Welcome to a short video summary of the Sony KD55XE9305. You can read the full in-depth review via the link in the description or by clicking the card at the top right of the video. The XE93 is an Ultra HD 4K TV with an LCD panel and Edge LED backlighting. It's Sony's flagship Edge-lit TV for 2017 and it retails for around £2,399. It supports high dynamic range, specifically HDR10, but both hybrid log gamma and Dolby Vision will be added later in the year. The look of the XE93 is very similar to last year, with an elegant design that's both minimalist and contemporary. The panel is thin and there's a bezel-less screen with a 1cm wide black border around it, along with an attractive brushed metal trim along the outer edge, which matches the sloped brushed metal stand. Overall, the XE93 is very well made, as evidenced by its weight, and around the back you can see that this year Sony are using softer, more earthier colours, and there's a grid-like design similar to the ZD9 which makes hiding the movable panels easier. As you can see in this shot, there are panels covering the back of the stand, the VESA wall mounts, and the rear and side connections. The XE93 includes clips for tidier cable management, and there are also holes at the back of the stand for the same reason. The Sony uses a brick-sized power adapter and has a dedicated power cable that connects to the TV at the rear. All the other connections are also at the rear, with some facing downwards and some sideways. The downwards facing connections include 3 HDMI inputs with support for 4K, HDR and HDCP 2.2 and one that supports ARC, along with a USB port, an Ethernet connector and dual terrestrial and satellite tuners. At the side there's another HDMI input, 2 more USB ports and various legacy connections. There's also built-in Wi-Fi. The XE93 comes with the same rubberized remote control as last year, and though not everyone likes the flat buttons, the controller does include all the keys you'll need to control the TV and is easy to operate with one hand. Since this is a Sony TV, it includes the Android Smart Platform, which uses the familiar layers of tiles that you scroll down through, with recommendations, featured apps including YouTube, Amazon and Netflix with 4K and HDR, along with games, inputs and settings. The Android platform can still be more robust, but it is easy to use. As always, we tested the XE93 using our Klein K10A color meter, Meridio Fresco 6G pattern generator and Calman calibration software. We tested both the standard and high dynamic range performance and calibrated the TV to the industry standards. The out-of-the-box grayscale was reasonable, though there was an excessive blue and a slight deficit of red in the higher part of the scale. However, the gamma was tracking our target of 2.4 very closely. The XE93 includes both a 2 and a 10-point white balance control, so it was relatively easy to get a reference grayscale and gamma performance. The out-of-the-box colour accuracy was better, aside from being skewed by the excessive blue in the grayscale. However, once we calibrated the grayscale, the colour accuracy was excellent, which is just as well because, like all Sony TVs, the XE93 doesn't have a colour management system. In terms of HDR, it was impressive, delivering just under 1500 nits of peak brightness, which is huge for an edge-lit TV. It tracked the PQ EOTF very closely and the grayscale was excellent, resulting in a superb HDR performance. The colour gamut of the XE93 was 66% of Rec 2020, which it tracked quite closely, and it was over 90% of DCI-P3, which it also tracked extremely well. In terms of its general performance, the XE93 delivered some stunning images, with great screen uniformity, deep blacks thanks to some effective local dimming, and really good motion handling. The video processing was excellent thanks to the X1 Extreme processor, and the impressive grayscale performance, combined with the natural colours, resulted in some lovely images. The HDR performance was also very good, with minimal haloing as long as you were sat central to the screen. The only major weakness of the XE93 was its optimal viewing angles, which are rather limited. However, in all other aspects, this is an excellent TV, and as such, we're happy to award an AV Forums highly recommended badge. If you enjoyed this video, then please like and subscribe. You can find more reviews, news, articles and videos like this at avforums.com, Europe's largest community for TVs, home cinema, movies, games, tech and gadgets. Thanks for watching.